A new bill in the Colorado legislature would require home insurance companies to tell customers how they could lower their costs and appeal decisions like non-renewal. They hope to address those rising premiums so many are experiencing. But at the same time, the insurance industry is warning that it could push companies out of the state.
My concern as a business owner is we may go from half of our companies who won't look at those neighborhoods or those zip codes to 75% of companies that won't look at those zip codes.
Robert Edgin owns an independent insurance agency. He knows many Coloradans are having a hard time finding affordable home insurance because of our wildfire and hail risk factors. In his view, legislation like House Bill 1182 might have good intentions, but the consequences could have the opposite effect.
They may find that their homeowners insurance prices actually go up in order to subsidize some of those changes that are taking place to people who are in those urban interchange areas.
HB 1182 would force insurers to tell homeowners how they can best lower premiums through incentives like fire mitigation.
If we can reduce the risk and the models can reflect that, then we're expecting the rates to be able to come down a little bit.
The bill also seeks to force the catastrophe and wildfire risk models that insurance companies use to factor in local, state, and community mitigation practices, then share the data publicly. But these risk models are intellectual property that help insurers stay competitive.
I think that there will be some insurance companies who decide these steps are not worth it in a state like Colorado where it's already so challenging for them to make a profit.
It's not our intention to push the insurance companies out of the state.
The Rocky Mountain Insurance Association is taking an amend position on the bill, meaning they hope legislators can make changes to strike a balance and avoid an insurance catastrophe.
In California, they disallowed the forward modeling. All of the models showed that Altadena and Pacific Palisades were high risk. The insurance companies weren't allowed to use the modeling in those areas to rate that risk and to make business decisions. If we start doing the same thing in Colorado, that's when we push past that tipping point. That's when we push companies out.
Bill sponsor Brianna Tatone says she's willing to work with the insurance industry, but her constituents greatly need the relief from skyrocketing insurance rates.
They want to reduce their risk as a company. If we can get them both to work together and invest in the properties that they insure to reduce the risk, that's the goal.
Now, the bill is scheduled for its first hearing in the Business Affairs and Labor Committee on February 26th.